In a similar vein, we have our other seasonal anime, the Netflix original Sakamoto Days.
Yes, which is basically John Wick if his wife didn't die and they had a kid and then he got fat.
I'll take it. I'll take that analogy and modify it slightly. It's
Mm.
like if John Wick and Spy Family had a baby,
Ah, okay, yeah.
because and this one has a much more straightforward premise than even the Red Ranger show, um, which is Sakamoto, top assassin for the Yakuza, meets the right girl, settles down, has a kid, and then the Yakuza shows up to try and unalive him because he knows things.
Yes, and he's running a convenience store in a quaint little Japanese town. And the assassin they send is a guy who happens to be clairvoyant. He can read minds.
Which is kind of a cheat considering that Sakamoto, I don't think he ever actually says anything out loud in the entire episode.
I think he does like near the end.
Okay.
Well,
Uh,
like I think he does near the end, but no, you're right. Yeah, he didn't talk really at all.
yeah, which is what allows the our assassin here to communicate with them.
Yeah, yeah, and it's so the assassin shows up and he's like, he sees Sakamoto and he's just like, wait, he's a fat guy now. He's got a wife and kid. I don't want to kill him. But the
Yep.
Yakuza are like, no, no, you need to kill him. Like,
Nobody leaves us.
yeah, yeah. And but Sakamoto might have more girth than he did before, but he's still got the skills.
He is not slowed down in the slightest.
No, no.
So, I had actually read this a bit of this manga a few years back. Shonen Jump app is nice just because you can sample a lot of things, and you can. I think I can often tell when something is going to last and get to become a TV show. And I think that I kind of had that feeling about this one.
Mm,
Um, I would say that the strengths of it, it has very nice action scenes, several of them actually.
mm.
I decided to double check the Shonen Jump app. They did not, in fact. I had remembered it as a 4 coma, which is basically like a Japanese Garfield strip. Yeah, just like
Uh,
it's not the same format though. It is just a little bit. It is not plot heavy.
yeah, yeah.
It is gag and action heavy.
That makes sense. That fits with the episode. Yeah.
Yep. So I would say that if you're looking for a deeper plot, go elsewhere because I okay, maybe this is just me. The only character who actually okay, so static characters are not in and of themselves a bad thing, especially if
Mm.
your goal is just to be funny. Like
Yeah.
like you'd have to kind of complain a bit, or you'd be wrong to complain that Homer Simpson doesn't have a character arc.
Yeah.
I think that our psychic on the left there is the one who has the best chance of developing over time. And
Yeah.
there's something funny about having a young assassin who is been forcibly recruited to become a convenience store guy or convenience store employee, and like
Yeah.
him having to adjust to that lifestyle. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm entirely on board with this one. Might give the second episode a go. Um, just because I do tend, like, this is my bias. I either like things to be totally screwball, or I like to have or I like to have a character arc. And this one's kind of riding the line of like I don't. I could see myself getting tired of this after 5 episodes if they even at the same quality.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of my fear too, is that they just kind of start repeating the same gags, and it's just like, okay, can we do something else? Can we? And it's kind of part of the problem I have with Spy Family kind of falls into the same issue with me, where it's just kind of like you're not really building to anything, or the thing you're building to, you're taking a really circuitous route to it. And
Yeah. I've been keeping up on the Spy Family manga, and I'm on volume, let's see, what's the current one? 13, 14, 15, something like that. And they're finally giving yours something to do outside of the family,
yeah.
at least outside of her immediate job in the family. Um, and this has less of a driving force behind it than Spy Family does, because it's just
Yeah.
like, what's going to show up at the convenience store this week?
Yeah, and that's probably what the running thing is going to be. It's going to be like villain of the week, sort of, where who's the Yakuza going to send this week, or who's some old enemy looking to settle the score with him, or
Oh, will some femme fatale former lover of his show up and be be like shocked that he has a wife and kid now? Actually, I'm kind of talking myself into thinking of more storylines than I was originally imagining.
yeah.
If anything, I think the weak link is almost our psychic over there, because like, why he's the only guy in this world that, like, everyone knows he has psychic powers, or at least everyone in the Yakuza does. Like, is that just a thing in this world?
Yeah. Well, and even Sakamoto, it's like, is he like some kind of like superhuman mutant, or does he
Yeah,
have some kind of like special powers or something?
yeah. So I would say, eh, nice action animation and scenes. Um, the comedy, I would give like a C plus or a B minus for my personal taste on it. It could go somewhere interesting. It could stagnate.
Yeah.
A second, I would have to watch a second episode to see. I'm going to give this one a mixed recommend.
Yeah. Yeah.